Well, hello. Made by Michelle here. I'm Michelle. Just thought I'd do a quick check-in and see how y'all are doing. So, I did get some time to sew yesterday, which was fantastic. Actually, I've gotten a lot of time to sew this month, which feels really awesome. Um, so I am working on, I can show you these because they're not done. For Sew Frugal, I finished my Albion blouse, and then I decided I would make some Friday Pattern Company sport shorts. These are for my daughter. They have little guinea pigs on them, and they've got books and flowers and bowls of ramen. She'll love them. So the Friday Pattern Company sport shorts is a free, now it's a pay what you can pattern. But years ago, I downloaded it and it was free when I downloaded it, completely free. Like, it didn't give you the option to pay what you can. It was just free. Now it's pay what you can. And I've used this pattern a lot. So I've recently sized down in it since I lost weight and my daughter has lost weight because of all the activities that she's in. And she's just so busy. And because of my illness last year, we both have lost weight. So now, anyway, so I sized down 2 sizes in these. I probably could have sized down even more, but since we normally just use them to lounge around, 2 sizes was what I did. That's what I did in the shirt. I'm wearing not a free pattern. This is the Friday Pattern Company Donnie shirt. I'll put a picture in. This is the one I made for Easter last year, like 2 months before I got sick. And it is got like 11 inches of ease in it. Way too big, but I'm not going to get rid of it because I love it. And you know, I can only wear it for like 30 days out of the year. So, but it's got little Easter gnomes on it. They're super cute. They've got little bunny ears and carrots and stuff. I think it's cute. Anyway, I got this fabric from my favorite quilt store online, and yeah, and then I put this Kona cotton on the inside of the collar. Thank you. Sorry, forgot what that was for a minute. Anyway, so on the Friday Pattern Company sport shorts, there are pattern pieces to make your own bias binding, but I always just use bias binding, just pre-made bias binding. I get these spools of like 50, anywhere from 5 yards to 50 yards of just plain colored bias binding, bias tape off of Amazon. I think this one was 50 yards and I think it was $12. And it's decent quality. Haven't run into any problems with it. And it goes perfectly with most things. So again, these aren't finished yet. There's no waistband, so and the side seams aren't sewn together. They're just pinned. And I need to put in a label. So that's a pair for my daughter. And then these 2 are for me. So there's coffee gnomes. Again, I got the bias binding tape off of Amazon, and I got the fabric from my favorite quilt store. See, they have little cups of coffee. Now, this isn't a fabric that I was ever going to wear next to my face, and I didn't know what to do with it, but I felt like I had to order it because I love gnomes and I love coffee, and it's just too cute. It was too cute for me to pass up on. So, yeah. I did make a couple mistakes when I was cutting this out. So I had to cut out like the pocket 3 times because I cut them out upside down. And then I cut out the front piece like upside down. So I had like just rookie mistakes, but luckily I had enough of it to do all that. So, but anyway, all the gnomes are facing the correct way since it's a directional fabric, and perfect. But see, if I had made all the binding myself, then I wouldn't have had enough fabric to recut the pocket and the front piece. And luckily I noticed before I cut out the back piece, or I wouldn't have had that choice. And then I used this that I got early in February. There is still enough that I can make pockets and stuff, and maybe even the inside of a baby bestie bag. But again, I was never going to wear this up next to my face, but I think it'll make a cute pair of sport shorts. And it's soft, thin cotton, and I got this at Joann's. So again, none of these are finished. I can show them, but all free pattern, and all fabric from my stash. Those two have been in my stash. The coffee gnomes have been in my stash for a year and a half, at least, close to 2 years. And the guinea pigs have been in my stash since, well, I ordered it in November. I think it got here maybe the day after Christmas, maybe 2 days after Christmas, because I was going to make Christmas pajamas, but it got here after Christmas. So anyway, and I am also working on the Bluey baby bestie bag for my daughter. So here is the one side pocket, and I went ahead and cut out 2 pocket pieces instead of 1. It only has you cut out 1 of these, but I went ahead and cut out 2 because who doesn't want 2 pockets in their purse? So I cut out 2. Yes, I know this one's upside down, but I thought it would be cute to look in her purse and see Bluey upside down. Actually, I think that's Dad, but but the inside of the pocket has Mom. So anyway, I got that part done, and she knows about that one. And then I got the zipper. She wanted the fun metal rainbow-ish glittery zip, and yeah, all the pieces are cut out to that. And then I ordered some things off of Amazon. I ordered a hot hammer. I didn't go with the Madame Sew one on this. I watched Ruanne, the Yorkshire Sew Girls, video on things she couldn't live without, and so I got the hot hammer. Well, actually, I just put a lot of things in my cart, and I'll get them as I kind of need them, I guess. I got this turner kit because I do have a lot of problems turning fine straps, and maybe that'll help me, hopefully. And she didn't say this, but I did get the heat resistant or heat erasable markers, and I did go ahead and get the Madame Sew ones. I know a lot of people say that that there are other brands, but I went ahead and paid the extra couple bucks for the Madame Sew ones. They do come with there's 4 markers and there's 4 refills, so I thought that was a good deal. Anyway, that's what I'm up to today, and so I'm gonna just work on I'm just gonna finish up those 3 pairs of shorts so that I have 4 things for So Frugal, and if I have some more time, I will work on that Baby Bestie bag, which isn't for So Frugal, just for my daughter. And then I've got to finish this Nomi dress. I'm trying to decide whether it's, if you're new here, I have this on my Make 9, so I'm making this version. And I ran out of this fabric, and I'm trying to decide if I can make this sleeveless, because that's where my problem is if I don't make it with these gigantic sleeves, then I'm not going to have an issue with fabric. If I do make it with the sleeves, then the sleeves have to be a different color, which I don't have a big problem with that, but I don't want to, I mean, in theory, but I don't want to regret it. It's going to be such a beautiful dress. I tried to look up online and see if anybody had done that, and I couldn't find anything. I couldn't find anything about modifying to make them like just normal sleeves like this, which maybe I'll try to do that. I mean, I know that's not the same vibe, but at least it would be all in one pattern, you know, print. I might do that. Just put like little short sleeve Donny sleeves on it and give it a shot. I can always take them back off. What do you think? Why don't you chime in? Tell me, should I just go for the puff sleeve in the plain pink? Should I just, you know, try to make just a plain Donny sleeve, just a short sleeve dress, which I'm 100%, I never was 100% with this big puff sleeve, because I have a large chest and broad shoulders, and big puff sleeves aren't really my thing. I don't mind a puff at the, like, I think it's a bishop sleeve. I don't mind a statement cuff. In fact, I'm really starting to enjoy that, and I don't mind a little gather at the shoulder, but I was never going to put the extra piece in here, and I already took 4 inches out of the sleeve head to get it onto the fabric to begin with, before I realized I didn't have enough fabric to cut out the last remaining pieces, because I made a rookie mistake. Go figure. I've only been sewing for a couple years for myself, so so tell me what I should do. Should I just put just a straight short sleeve, which it seems like that would make sense, or should I try to make it sleeveless, which I don't mind a sleeveless dress, but I don't know how to do that. I think that's a different bodice. I think making a straight sleeveless, I mean a straight short sleeve would be the better choice. I'll have to look at the Donny sleeve pattern piece and see how it lines up to. I think I have talked myself into trying that in this fabric, because I don't think that's a very big. Why don't you tell me what you think down below? Okay, because I'd like to get this made, because I have quite a few of my, well, not quite a few, I've got some of my Make 9s done. I've got something made for my daughter. I've got my bag done, which is a bestie bag, go figure. I've got my plaid pants done, although I'm not sure I'll ever wear them. I've got my Donnie shirt done. I've got my shirt for my daughter done. I've got my Smitten jacket pattern pieces stuck together and cut out. I haven't cut out my fabric yet, but I figured out which one I want to make. And then for Sew April blouse, I will make my I'll make my shirt. And yeah, I gotta make my Avenir still, my sweatshirt still, and my cardigan still. So, and that dress is everything is cut out besides 2 pattern pieces, and that's the sleeve, which I don't have enough fabric for the sleeve, and there's one skirt panel piece, and I didn't have enough fabric for both of them, so I might have enough if I do a small Donnie sleeve. So help me out. Tell me what you think. All right, I'm gonna get some sewing done. I hope you do too. Take care. I'll talk to you next time. Thanks for watching. Give me a like and a subscribe if you liked what you saw.